Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. I'm c.lovely and today is my room makeover video. So if you just want to see the final product, go ahead and skip to the end of the video, but if you want to learn the process, things that I've learned along the way, things that I bought, then you can just start right here. So the planning process. First what I did was I went on Pinterest and I found things that jumped out at me, things that I liked, inspirations, so that would be room decor, color palettes, everything. And then when I found my top core group of pictures, I printed them out and I put them in my planning binder. In the binder, I just have the colors, and this is the one I chose, calligraphy. I have room measurements, rough estimates. Those are my inspirational pictures. This is another room I'm doing. I have different types of flooring research. This is a sample from the floor that someone else has in their room that I really liked. So after that, I took measurements of my room. That would be floor to ceiling, wall to wall measurements. And I also took measurements of all of my furniture just so that when I put all this information into the app, I would be able to know what furniture could fit where and what furniture couldn't fit where and how much room I had left over to be able to add any new furniture that I wanted to buy. Some people like to use different methods to plan out their room. Like some people put together inspirational pictures, some people like to use apps, some people can draw. Some people use Photoshop, like they'll take a picture of their room and then Photoshop different elements into the room. I really like to use an app because I'm a visual person. I like to be able to see what something's gonna look like. I can't look at a blank wall and be like, okay, if I add this here, slant that there. No, it wouldn't work. So I have to be able to visualize what I want. So this is the app, and this is the 2D version, and then this is the 3D version. I already knew what my carpet looked like. I already knew that the majority of my furniture would be white, and I knew that I wanted an accent wall. So here's where I just experimented with different colors on the wall. So then I decided that it would be kind of cool to have a floating shelf above my bed. So I just took a picture, posted it there. And then I had pictures and I was just experimenting with different layouts, how I wanted to lay out my pictures. And then I just came up with a collage on my wall right in front of my bed so that when I'm laying down I can look directly at the pictures. And then I just have one picture above my dresser, which was created by Zaria Janae Art. I have a mirror on the back of my door. And I really just kind of wanted a clean feel to my room, which is why I have one picture here as opposed to a collage above my dresser like I usually do. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so here's what the room looked like initially. The walls are a kind of tan color. I filled in all the holes in the wall, and then the colors that I used were calligraphy with an eggshell finish for the accent wall, and then ultra pure white with an eggshell finish as well for the rest of the walls. And I used eggshell because even though it doesn't have a lot of luster, it still reflects and bounces light throughout the room. So I taped my wall with this blue Scotch tape, which I absolutely did not like because the paint would seep through, the tape didn't stick for long periods of time, and it was just really, really bad. But I did find this tape that I really liked called frog tape, and it comes in different colors, green, yellow, but this just did the exact opposite that the blue Scotch tape did. So it stuck to the walls, paint didn't seep through, and it did its job. So if you think that you're able to freehand the corners and the edges of the walls, then by all means go right ahead. But for me, I was not able to do that. I realized that I need to tape everything, including the ceilings, the borders, like literally everything, so that I get nice clean lines. It does take a longer time to obviously tape everything, but it's worth it to me because, like I said, I like the nice clean lines. So here you can see that I did an awful job trying to freehand with the accent wall. But luckily I was able to correct my mistake when I did the white paint because I taped over the blue to make a nice even line when I was painting with the white. So this here just shows the color difference between the ultra pure white that I'm using and the tan color that the room was initially. So another thing that I will not use again would be this plastic drop cloth, because it was just so easy to rip. It stuck to my feet. It was just not an ideal product. So the next time I do it, I will actually use a cloth material or something that's just less plasticky. For about a week, this is how I was sleeping in my room before all my furniture came in. Okay, so as you can see, I have an off-white blanket, off-white pillowcase cover. Don't necessarily like how it looks with my white curtain, which is why I ordered white blanket and pillow covers. And this is my nightstand. Okay, yeah, really heavy. And then this is what has been filling the space. It's just a table tray, like a lap tray that you would use in the bed or on the couch or something. So, without further ado, let's put this together. Directions. Okay. More challenging than I anticipated. This took like 4 hours, but I love it. Store some things in here. Nice and sturdy. Love it. All right, here's the new white sheet. You can already see how much better this looks with the curtain. Now I just need to get those pillow covers. And then here's some information about the stuff that I bought. The nightstand, the organizing bin under my bed, and the curtains are all from Amazon. The artwork on my wall is from Zaria Janae Art, also known as my sister. So that would be the 2 pictures on my collage wall. The picture above my bookshelf, and then the picture above my dresser. So the bedding, the headboard, and the bed frame was a combination of All Modern, West Elm, and Target. And then looking back on the process, if I were to do it again, I would buy a bed frame that came with a headboard, because sometimes the measurements are off and it's just less of a hassle to have to return everything and try and redo the measurements. So my headboard measurements were off, but luckily I was still able to make it work. The paint on my walls and the floating shelves were from Home Depot. The lights above my window were from Target. And then anything else I forgot or just didn't mention, go ahead and ask. So some things that I still want to get for my room, I want to get somewhere to store my workout equipment so that it's not just out in the open on the floor. And then I want to get a bench for the end of my bed so that when I go to sleep at night, I can put all of my pillows on the bench and just get them out of the way. And then here is the final product.